Hello and welcome back to Medieval Dynasty. We left off last time looking for this delivery guy that was supposed to deliver some rye. And we were sent out to search for him because he never made it to his location. And this isn't looking good here. We've got a blood trail that's going pretty far back here. Now, Gostovia is that way. And if you see here, there's blood trail. So we're just gonna follow this and see where this goes, and hopefully this guy is alright, because he seems to be bleeding a lot. Looks like he crossed over from the road here. Now, if he didn't make it to Gostovia, I'm assuming this is where the blood starts, so something happened to him and it led him this way. So let's follow the blood trail from here. Yeah, he's bleeding out pretty good. I don't know if we're gonna find him alive or not, but it's also getting dark out, and I'm hoping we don't run into anything bad. So we've got some blood here, more blood. Can't see where it goes after this. It's getting really dark out. Oh, look, there he is. Is he alive? Yes, he's alive. Dude, what happened to you? Yeah, you're bleeding a lot. You've been attacked. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. You were the one who was supposed to deliver the rye, right? Yes, that's right. Go get some help. Can I give you something for the pain? Yep, I gave him a broadleaf plantain. Okay, I'm on my way. Try to keep pressure on the wound. I don't know if he's gonna make it. He's lost a lot of blood. So we need to go get help for him. We have to go back to Nadar, which is all the way that way. Why don't we just go to Gostovia? It's a little bit closer. Well, I guess we'll go where it tells us to. So we got a long walk ahead of us. Alright, we are almost there. I'm hearing all sorts of weird sounds and animals out there. It's kind of scary running through here at night. Alright, so we're gonna go and talk to Nadar and let him know that we found the guy and he is in desperate need of help. Where are you, dude? Are you sleeping? Wake your butt up. Your guy is half dead out there. You need to save him. About the rye delivery. I found your man wounded on the road. He's been attacked and needs help. I gave him some medicine. He should be able to pull through. Or you should hurry. Both. You should hurry. I gave him medicine, but it's not a lot. Yes, I'll deliver the rye. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I'll take your coins. Ooh. 300 coins. You're going back to sleep? Dude, your guy is dying out there in the dark. He's bleeding to death. And you want to go to bed. Okay. Alright, so we have to deliver this rye back to Gostovia. But it is late at night. It's like 9 p.m. So I'm thinking we're gonna stop at home and get some sleep, and then we'll wake up in the morning when it's light out, and then we'll go deliver that rye because I don't want to go there at night. Everyone's gonna be sleeping, and then we still gotta run back home, so we'll just do it in the morning, and hopefully the sky will be alright. Alright, so we made it home, and we do need to get something to eat. Let's see if we caught a rabbit. Yes, we got another rabbit. Awesome. Let's reset that, and then let's eat some food, and then get a good night's sleep. What do we have? Dried meat. Oat roll. Might as well eat that. And some porridge. Alright, we're good to go. Let's get to bed. Okay, so it's morning time. And we are on day 4 of spring. And if you notice this is the name of the king. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's a big new, the Karen. But it sounds like it's a good king. So they have various different kings that you can get, and actually in my first playthrough, the king I had got changed after the full release update, and so there are some things that will get kind of messed up if you had an original saved game after the full release. Yeah, so my king got reset, and I was back to neutral, and I did have an excellent stand-in with the king. So that's what this is. This is your kind of like your reputation with the king. So if you do kind of like missions for the king, your reputation goes up, and you can get a discount on your taxes depending on how happy they are with you. And I had a really good tax break, and after the full release, my king got reset to a different king. So there is different ones, and I believe they do have kind of different personalities, and what their quests are varies a lot depending on which king you get. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Alright, so we are on our way back to Gostovia to deliver that rye. Hopefully they rescued that guy and he's not going to die out there all by himself. So I'll come back once we get into town here. Alright, so we made it back to Gostovia. Now we need to just find Dobroniga. Did I just pass her? Yes, I did. And give her the rye. There you go. Everlasting youth, world peace, extinction of mosquitoes. Rye, yes. Here you go, my beautiful lady. Rasimir, do you know that flirting with a married woman is punishable by lashing, don't you? I didn't mean Did you find any problems on the way? A few, but nothing a big-time adventurer like me could not handle. Or none was I supposed to. I feel sorry for the slain dragons already. You should. The werewolves definitely weren't happy about it. Here's your payment. We got 200 coins. Alright. I bid you farewell as a wealthy man in that case. Take care, Dobroniga. Alright, so that quest is finished. And looks like we have a few more we can do. And we need to go talk to Sambor still, which we might as well do since we're over here. And then this might be Alwyn. Yep, this is Alwyn. Hi, my name is Rasimir. Hi, I'm Alwyn. I don't recognize you. Are you new from here? Yes, I came here from the south. I am looking for a new place for myself where I can start a new life. Good luck to you then. As for me, I am a farmer. My job is to cultivate fields. In fact, I do the same work every day, year by year. Doesn't it get boring over time? Of course it bores me. How long can you do the same thing in your life over and over again? But my family needs my help, and I am doing my best to provide for them. I did not mean to offend you. I'm sorry. No need to apologize. I'm a little bit annoyed and short-tempered recently. There is a delicate matter that won't let me focus on my work. What's that, Alwyn? Maybe I could be of some aid. It may seem petty, but I'm really tired of my mother's conflict with Jaragniwa. Her son Dalebor won't leave my little sister Olga alone. I understand it's just a game for him. After all, when I was his age, I played with Dobromira, his older sister. I pretended to be a knight, equipped with a stick instead of a sword, but anyway, I managed to protect her honor. Like every knight does. It's adorable in its way. Alright, so he needs some help taking care of this little guy to stop bugging his sister, so let's see what we can do about that. And where would this guy be? Let's see. So we need to get one stick and deliver that to Dalebor. Alright. There he is. Hi, you're Dalebor, right? You look very strong for your age. Have you ever thought of becoming a knight? It's my dream. Are you a knight? No, but I know quite a lot about them. Did you know that many of them started learning to fight with a wooden sword already at your age? Where could I get such a sword, not a knight? It just so happens that I have one with me, and I can give it to you because you are clearly worthy. I'm honored. It looks a bit like a regular stick. To surprise your opponents. And do you know what else knights do besides fight in battles? They ride horses. This as well, but most of all, they protect the ladies and children from danger and make sure that no harm is done to them. Really, sounds like a lot of work. Yes, this is the most important principle of chivalry. Alright, thank you for the sword, not a knight. Now I am going to defend those in need. You're welcome, young master. Alright, so we took care of Dalebor. Do we need to go back and talk to Alwyn? Alright, I solved your problem with Dalebor. You gave me an idea with that stick and the story about a knight. By the way, I got this bread from Dobromira as an apology for her brother's behavior, but I think you've earned it. Here, take it. Sweet, we got some bread. It's the most refined bread you've eaten. Our Castellan's wife makes them in our local tavern. Oh, do you happen to know the man in charge, Uniegost, well? No, not really. I spend most of the time on the field, and our paths only cross when it's time to pay some taxes. Alright then, see you soon. Alright, so we didn't get the bread yet, did we? We have to wait till next summer. I'm hoping they mean this summer. I can't remember if it actually is the next summer or not, but we'll see. And then we'll get some flatbread for that quest. So now we need to go and talk to Sambor. And he is all the way out this way. I've always loved Sambor in this storyline, but they also changed him as well. He's a little bit grumpier now and a little bit scarier than he used to be, but... and maybe a little bit crazy too, from what I've seen. But Sambor used to be one of my favorite characters in this. So we'll go to pay him a visit and see what he has to say about our uncle. Okay, now up here there is a break in the fence, and there used to be a cart that had fallen down the hill here that had some pretty good loot. So let's check that out and see if we can find anything. Wow, is it empty? I don't see any loot in the cart. Oh, there we go. There's a bottle. What's that? We got some mead. And, oh, water skin. Very nice. We needed that. And I think, unless I changed it, if you look around a little bit further, I believe you can find, like, a bag of coins and some other stuff. Sticks, stone. Let's get rid of all these sticks. I'm not seeing anything else. I'm pretty sure before when I went here, you had to go a little bit down the hill. Here we go. There's a hat. You can barely see it in the grass there. But there's a felt hat there. We can sell that. Pick up all these sticks and rocks so they're not in our way. And hopefully there's some more loot around here. Sticks and stones. Well, that might be it. Maybe we won't find a bag of coins, but that's okay. They may have taken that out because we're getting coins for like the quests that we do, and we find them in lots of other places on the map, so not a big deal if we don't have any here. Alright, let's head back to Sambor now. Yep, they totally changed the way he looks. He looks a lot rougher now. I think you're lost, boy. Sorry, I didn't mean to Wait a second. Look me in the eye and stop shivering, for crying out loud. Black and blue, you're Lordan's family, aren't you? Yes, my name's Rasamir. You must be Sambor then. How do you know that? I was talking with Uniegost. He told me that you were a part of the Reminders as well. Part of what now? The pack? The one with Uniegost and Lordan. I've never heard of this idiotic name in my life. Oh, sorry, maybe I've made a mistake. We were called the Undying Fist. Now that's a whole lot better name. You're damn right it is. That's because I came up with it. Everyone loved it. No idea why Uniegost lied to you like that. I'm sure he was just jealous about your creativity. Ha, of course he was. And not only about that. Anyway, I would love to hear some stories about my uncle and the pack's adventures all together. That's an amazing coincidence, because I would love to spend my time telling the old tales by the crackling fire. Oh my, really? No, leave my property and forget where it is. They really did turn him into a jerk. Oh, come on, it will only take a moment. A moment of a moment, really. Just tell me, what was my uncle like? How did you become part of the Undying Fist? And, what did you do exactly as the pack? You don't know what we did? Uniegost didn't get to that part yet. Alright, but be quiet and try to be less annoying. Where should I begin? Right. It all started when Lordan left his home. He was 18 at the time, if I remember correctly. That clever bastard was always too big of a fish for his birthplace, and he knew that. Left as soon as he could. But cleverness at such a young age always means two things: being arrogant and hot-headed. His plan was to set out on a big adventure. That's it. Pretty detailed, huh? A path like that is paved with skeletons of young idiots. But none of them was Lordan. Either way, he was wandering for days. Days soon turned into weeks, and his rations into dust. He was useless as a hunter, back then at least, so berries and mushrooms was all he could get. So obviously he needed some coins. He came across a manor with orchards so vast they seemed like an ocean. Lordan hired himself there. A week of back-breaking labor had passed. His hands were covered with blisters, skin red from the scorching sun, knees pulsating from pain. I must say, you're really an amazing storyteller. I wasn't expecting that. Shut up. Do you want me to finish? Where was I? Oh, right. He was exhausted from all the strenuous work he's done. Went to the lord of the manor with a smile on his face to collect the payment. His stomach was already full with fantasies of all the delicious treats he was dreaming of buying. And all of that was ruined by the hand of the Lord holding a couple of lousy coins. Lordan was furious. That was merely a fraction of the pay he was supposed to acquire. He started shouting at the Lord, demanding justice. Peasants were just flies to the Lord. Disgusting, replaceable insects. And what do you do with a fly which buzzes too loudly? Both of the Lord's palms struck Lordan's ears with the strength of the ox. Lordan fell to the ground stunned, and the Lord's guards threw him out of the manor like garbage. Stealing that few pathetic coins while doing so, if I may add. It wasn't until evening when Lordan regained his hearing, and with it came a fervent thought of revenge. Your uncle was quite a capable fighter when I met him 10 years later, but he wasn't back then. He knew the guards would massacre him if he only came close. So he needed to find another way to fulfill his vengeance. Lordan was always ambitious, but that hatred fueled him like nothing before. What came later was me becoming bored of this conversation. Go away. No way, you can't leave me like this. I can do whatever I want. Scram, I have things to do. Alright, we can offer to do his things for him, or say screw your things. Ha, you really do have Lordan's blood in you. You're right, screw my things. They're your things to do now. What do you mean? I mean, I'll finish the damn story when you do what I'll tell you to. Understood? Just say what needs to be done. You won't regret it. Here, grab the shovel. It's a piece of crap, but it will do. There are clay deposits behind my house. Go there and dig up some clay for me. Clay? That's your pressing need? You have a pottery addiction or something? First of all, I don't need to explain myself to you, child. Secondly, it's for medical purposes, and that's the answer that will fully satisfy you. Got it? Whatever you say. Alright, so he gave us a shovel, and we gotta go find this clay deposit. And it looks like we got some over here. So, oh, we've already got our shovel equipped. Okay. Do we get to keep this? That's a bronze shovel. So he only needs 2 clay deposits. Okay. Alright, well we got all the clay. I wonder if we can sell clay. What is that? What is that? Oh, it's a little reindeer, like a wooden carved reindeer. Interesting. And we can pick it up. And there's more. What are those? I wonder if Sambor makes those in his free time. Oh my gosh, they're all over the place. Well, I think I'm gonna dig up all this clay because I think we can sell it. And I don't know if we can sell these little wooden deers, but that's very interesting. I bet that's what Sambor does all day. He just carves wooden deer. I mean, what else is there to do out here when you're a hermit out in the woods? Oh my gosh, look at this. They're all over the place. You have it. Here's all the clay you wanted. Well, you finished the story now. You didn't ask him about his deer. Alright, alright. So as I've already said, Lordan wasn't much of a fighter back then. He didn't have any money nor connections, but he had one thing, an unusual ability. You see, from an early age, Lordan was an exceptionally good liar. No sweaty palms, no voice cracks, no tells really. Calm, steady breaths, eye contact held all the way. He eventually managed to handle any kind of pressure, even in the craziest of situations. But it wasn't that at first. He felt no pressure lying, no stress at all. It was as natural for him as breathing. He had absolutely no remorse. He came up with a plan so immensely moronic and unrealistic that it's really hard to believe that it worked so perfectly. At first, he convinced the nearby town's tailor to sew him a whole set of clothes worthy of the most wealthy nobleman. The finest of fabrics, silken threads, you name it. Horrendously expensive. So, how did he manage to afford it, you may ask? It's simple. He didn't pay for it. So, he stole it? I said no such thing. Lordan wasn't a thief. Not in the traditional meaning of the word, at least. Apart from that, did I finish the damn story? Well, wearing his new clothes, he traveled to the castle of the king of that realm. And entered it. Okay, now I know that you're making this up. That's simply impossible. Haha, you're absolutely right it is. It's mad to even consider trying to pull that off. But Lordan, he just walked straight in. I don't blame you for doubting me. Damn, I would have been first to doubt a thing like that. If I didn't see him doing it hundreds of times later with my own eyes. Anyway, he walked right into the castle, and once he was there, he followed through with his plan, which was bedding his wife. Whose wife? The king's. The king's wife? So, the queen. Indeed. So let me get this straight. The plan was to get into the castle and lay with the queen? Exactly that. You were right. This is the most absurdly idiotic plan I've ever heard of. I told you, but it worked like a charm. I still don't get it. What worked? What is he accomplished by that? After the lovemaking, he dressed up, deliberately leaving his undergarments on the bedside, and told the queen he'll be right back with some refreshments. Then he went to one of the king's guards and told him that he saw the queen with a company of a strange man sneaking into one of the chambers. The guard rushed in and witnessed the queen naked in bed with the man's clothes right next to her. As a loyal servant, the guard reported on the matter directly to the king himself, who, as you can probably imagine, became furious to say the least. He couldn't really punish his wife, that would be bad for his reputation, but he could pursue her lover. Unfortunately for him, at this point, Lordan was long gone from the castle, riding a beautiful bay mare he borrowed from the stable into the sunset. I still don't get it. You see, the king didn't catch the filthy seducer, but it didn't mean he couldn't track him down and find him. To do so, the only track he could follow was the one that Lordan left behind. except his undergarments and a pleasurable memory for the queen, his name. Not his real name, of course. The name he used when introducing himself to the queen was the Orchard Lords. Precisely, now you get it. Ah, that's incredible. The Lord's head must have left the company of his body pretty promptly. He didn't get killed. That wouldn't be in Lordan's style. The queen begged for his life to be spared, so the king threw him in the dungeon, where he spent all the days he had left. Lordan was amazing, all that with just the power of his wits and speech. He surely showed the Lord that he shouldn't have wronged him. Don't get the wrong idea about his reasons. Lordan didn't get through all of that just because of what the Lord did to him. You see, the Lord was a cruel, merciless brute. He mistreated all of his subjects, killed for fun, raped for sport. People used to call him Laundryman, because one of his habits was drowning his bastards in the lake right after birth, like unwanted kittens. Lordan needed to stop him, and he did, but that's not the end of the story. After the Lord's capture, someone had to take his place. He didn't have any rightful successors, but then, with just an uncannily perfect timing, came a distant cousin of the Lord's, a charming young man with 2 different eyes. You have to be kidding me. He easily acquired all possessions of his sentenced relative, but Lordan didn't want any of that, not for himself, so he took only 3 bags of coins from the treasury, and left everything else in the hands of the peasants. They were elated. He is still probably worshipped there, I can tell you that. Oh, and one more thing. Why 3 bags, you might ask? That's easy. One for the tailor, another for the stableman he took the horse from, and the last one for himself, with the exact amount of coins he was rightfully supposed to earn for his work at the orchard. I told you Lordan wasn't a thief, and that was it. He mounted his beautiful mare and left the realm, continuing his adventures. At least that's the story he used to tell us, so nothing of that may be true at all. Haha. But that's just how it was with Lordan. I can't believe that you're telling me that. Yeah, I was wondering if he actually was mortal many times. Well, now we know. But wait, you didn't tell me what was the purpose of the Undying Fist. Oh, I thought it would be obvious now. On that day, Lordan's mission was born. He knew that the spoiled, rotten elites like that were scattered all around the world, draining life and dignity from the hard-working simple folk, and that he was capable of stopping them. To some extent, at least, so that's exactly what he started doing, overthrowing corrupted lords and giving back to the community. He sounds like a hero, a true hero. Well, it wasn't like, yeah, I guess you could say that. So how did you join the pack? Lordan was working solo until he met Uniegost. That rat's agile fingers could work where Lordan's tongue didn't. And then they needed someone with other talents they were lacking, like strength, manliness, bravery, independence, gallantry, integrity. Right, I think I get the picture. So they recruited the best there was. I was between jobs at the time, so I gave them a chance, and finally the pack started to really make a difference. But I don't like to brag. Oh yes, I noticed, humble to the bone. Thank you for noticing. People at my level don't need to boast about our skills. Just like the sun doesn't need to prove it's bright. Anywho, I already spoke more words to you than I did in the last 5 years to anybody, so it's time for you to go. And preferably don't come back. Ever. It was a great pleasure and a true honor. Yeah, I don't care. Leave now, and in return for giving away my location, deliver this delicious meal to Uniegost. It's his favorite, a knuckle sandwich. You want me to hit him in the face? Did I stutter? No, sir. Of course, sir. I'm on my way, sir. Ooh, that was a long story. Alright, what time is it? It's after midnight. 12:39. So, yeah, that was quite a story that Sambor had to tell us. And I wonder if he'll mind if we steal a couple items. Since nobody else is gonna notice. Oh, he's just got a stone knife. Now, if that was an iron knife, I would have taken it, but no, he's got nothing good. Stone axe and firewood. That's all stuff we can get ourselves. Maybe a bucket? Let's see if we can sneak this in. If you don't get caught, you don't lose any reputation. There we go. He didn't see us, so we didn't lose any reputation, which is good. Alright, so now we've got the long haul back to Uniegost. Deliver the knuckle sandwich to Uniegost. Do we really have to hit him? That would be funny. But, yeah, we'll head back to Gostovia and probably camp out through the night since everyone's going to be asleep over there by now. So, once we get close to the town, we'll just build a fire and camp out and talk to him in the morning.